Well, we really hit a hot button on that last video, the one that was about the 10 things I wish I knew before I built my house. Yeah, a whole lot of other people are either interested in building or already involved in it and having problems similar to what I had. So I'm glad that there are a lot of people watching it and a lot of people that are getting good information, helpful information from it. Today, because of that video and because of the contacts that I received, I am going to address the fix for the foundation issue. It was not a pretty fix. It was not a short fix. It was an expensive and deep fix. But hopefully it has supported the foundation to a sufficient extent that my house is not going to lean over and fall into a hole. One thing that I mentioned before is that we do have a lot of ground movement here, and the ground movement is mostly because of the water table, which is one of the reasons why I suggested that in the soil test and the ground test and the land type, it was so important to know where the bedrock is, how deep it is, and what kind of water table you have below the surface of your land. The water here flows, we're on a slight angle from the mountains down to the lake, and the water flows toward the lake, of course, downhill, but underground. And in its movement, it can move the ground so much in a period of hours, overnight, that my gates won't close. Either they're too far apart or too close together. And I'm going to show you some examples of that. Now, this particular gate was so close right here that I could barely get it open and closed. And now it just swings freely, no problem whatsoever. I recently had to have some yard help. Our guy had to dig out about an inch deep, if not a little bit more, in this whole area right here at the driveway gate, because this is quite a wide gate, and when it swings open so that we can get in and out of the driveway, it has to come all the way over here. Well, the ground moved so much, and of course grass grew with all the rain. It was all rock, that we had to dig it all out so that I could just open and close the gate. Yes, these are two of our puppies, Tess and Nana. Nana's a Great Pyrenees. She got her name because, being a guard dog, she reminded me of the big old hairy dog in Peter Pan. Before we continue, if you're finding value in the video that you're watching or in any of the videos of mine that you've seen before, please subscribe. At the end of the video, I've got some very important information for you. I'll be talking directly with an architect soon, and I don't want you to miss that. Now, this gate where the goats are has separated so much with the movement of the ground that it's way too far apart for the slider here to catch into the metal loop. So we have to keep it chained so that the goats won't get out. And this is yet another example of a gate that we have to tie together because the ground has moved so much that the slider won't reach the little metal thing it's supposed to slide through here. Okay, back in the house just for a minute to finish this up. This is the messy bedroom. This is the corner bedroom, the guest bedroom that I've never been able to really use in the last 3.5 years. It's this corner of the house that had the severe foundation issue. When the engineers came and inspected the whole house and did a full report, they actually then did a return visit and had the equipment to drill core samples. One of them went right through my tile floor in this bedroom, which they had to do, down deep to see what the material composition was of the failing foundation. And then they did another one about 10 feet away outside of the exterior wall in my driveway to see what was the composition there and compare the two. And of course, then with those results, that's what they got back to me with to tell me and the builder what the fix would have to be. So the photos you're going to see now are part of the fix. The next photo you're going to see is the photo of 2 of the holes that they had to dig. Now, right outside this bedroom and under the front stairs is a storage shed in part of it, but also under the tallest part of the stairs is a closet for this bedroom. So I'm using that space to extend this bedroom and have closet space there. So the photo that you see, the hole furthest away inside that area is the part of the shed under the stairs that holds my equipment, like my high pressure water pump and the on-demand hot water system. And so they had to dig through the slab there. There was really no foundation under that. They had to dig through the slab there to put in one of these big supports. And then the hole that you see closer to you in the photo is in between the gas tank and my bedroom window. And that just shows you the size, not the depth, because they've already started to fill that one back in. But those holes were probably at least 5 feet deep, and the amount of rebar and concrete they had to put in there was pretty significant. They did tell me that this is the fix that is common for this kind of problem. Sadly, I hated to even hear the word common in that sentence. The next photo that you're going to see is the new front stair system. We had to literally tear off the entire front stairs because there was no foundation under them, and they were weighting heavily on and pulling on that corner of the house. So the part that you see boarded up, that's the part that goes into my bedroom from the closet space that will be back again after they put it back together. So what they ended up doing then, instead of the original stairs that were again built out of brick and concrete, they put in metal stairs and covered the metal stairs with a thin layer of cement so that it would look the same. And the walls are, it's not really drywall. I say drywall because I'm used to the US materials, but this is something else, but almost like a styrofoam that's maybe an inch thick, and it's got a metal grid backing on it. But that's what they use for the walls, which are much lighter. They still put a thin coat of the plaster-like concrete over it, again, so that it looks the same as if it were concrete, but it's much lighter. The intent and hope there was, of course, that being much lighter, it would not weigh down that corner of the house, and the supports would be sufficient for holding it up in spite of the ground movement that we have. Okay, I'm back. I just had to run out and feed the animals their afternoon meal. Just wanted to let you know that, as I said a short time ago, I am going to be meeting soon with a local architect. He contacted me after the last video and told me that there were a couple of things that he wanted to talk to me about to clarify in what I put in those 1 through 10 items I wished I'd known. So he has kindly consented to give me like a free consultation. that I can video and share with you. So watch for that. It will be very soon, probably within the next week, that I'll be able to present that video to you, speaking with a local Mexican architect in the business for over 30 years. Thanks for watching. So glad you were able to join me today.